Hey, folks, I'm Sal Gonzalez, and this is Sing You a Story. It'd be a lie to say I wasn't jealous about the way I saw him look at you. And I guess it's safe to say that you feel the same way, judging by the way you're smiling too. Oh, nothing around here is gonna be the same. 'Cause girl, you were gone before he said your name. Hey, girl, you felt hard the first time we met, and I saw your eyes light up the room. And there was no denying that he only wanted you. You'd rather hold him in your arms than be in mine. I know I can't compete, and that's just fine. 'Cause girl, he's got your eyes. Girl, he's got your eyes. Well, we know he gets his good looks from his mama. And he's already raising hell, just like me. Chasing dogs around the room and slinging high-heeled shoes. Head as big and hard as daddy's is. Most days I gotta say I'm doing fine. Yeah, if I can steal a kiss before you lay him down that night. 'Cause girl, you fell hard the first time you met, and I saw your eyes light up the room. And there was no denying that he only wanted you. You'd rather hold him in your arms than be in mine. I know I can't compete, and that's just fine. 'Cause girl, he's got your eyes. Girl, he's got your eyes. Oh, and I can't wait until that boy grows up. Teach him how to throw a hook and drive my truck. Coach his little league, his football teams, anything he wants to do. But most importantly, how to find a girl like you. Someone who fall hard the first time they meet, and they say her eyes lift the room. And there'll be no denying that he wants to love her too. She'd rather hold him in her arms than say goodbye. Yeah, it's the way that I felt when your lips touched mine. 'Cause girl, he's got your eyes. Girl, he's got your eyes. Well, folks, that was my song, He's Got Your Eyes. I wrote that with my buddy Justin Escoto. We've been writing songs, him and I, for a couple of years at this point. We were pretty good friends. And I knew him and his wife, and we partied together and stuff. And they just had a son. And I think he was 6 months old or something. And my buddy Jay comes over and he goes, "Hey, dude, the wife's pissed." And I was like, "Why?" He goes, "Well, I think she feels some type of way because on my way here, she goes, try and write something about your son." And I said, "Why?" And she goes, "Because in the last 6 months, you've written 4 or 5 songs about ex-girlfriends, not a single one for him." And he's like, "Well, tienes razón." And so I was like, she does kind of got a point, right? Like, we should probably write a song for your son. Yeah, let's do that. And we sat down to write the song, and I go, but, why don't we make it sound like a cheating song at first? That way when you go home and you play it for her, she'll be like, oh, another song about an ex-girlfriend, another song about a breakup or whatever. And he goes, yeah, that's a great idea. And I was like, yeah, get back at the missus a little bit. Make it a sweet song. So we wrote it that night, and it turned out really good. I'm really proud of this song. It was one of the songs that I chose to be on my EP because it is such a like left field turn, or a left-hand turn there. Anyway, moving on to the lyrical breakdown. Opening line is, it'd be a lie to say I wasn't jealous about the way I saw him look at you. And guess it's safe to say that you feel the same way, judging by the way you're smiling too. The end, nothing around here is going to be the same. Because, girl, you were gone before he said your name. And all of this is obvious, with the obvious double entendre of she just had this baby, right? Because, girl, you fell hard the first time you met him, and I saw your eyes light up the room. And there was no denying that he only wanted you. You'd rather hold him in your arms than be in mine. I know I can't compete, and that's just fine. Because, girl, he's got your eyes. And I just love that little twist. It was one of my favorite songs that I've written because of that twist. And you don't always get songs like that. You don't always get a good twist song these days. It's real straightforward. Well, we know he gets his good looks from his mama. And that's just facts. My buddy Jay he's not ugly, but he married up. Anyway, and so his boys look just like his missus, and it's I think they would both say it's beneficial. Anyway, I experienced this with my own children. It's like, yeah, they look like their mom, but they're 100% me, right? Like I'm getting everything that I gave my mother and then some. Let's just put it that way. But I digress. But he's already raising hell just like me. Chasing dogs around the room and slinging high-heeled shoes. Head as big and hard as daddy's is. And I think that line was a little different for a week. And then I called up Justin. I was like, hey, what do you think about this line? He goes, yes, because big head. I don't know. I'm Mexican, and in Hispanic culture, being a cabezon, having a big head is like a point of privilege almost. And I don't know. I got called cabezon my whole life. I got called big-headed my whole life. So I embraced it, sort of a thing. Like, love yourself, because who else is gonna? Most days I gotta say I'm doing fine if I can steal a kiss before we lay him down at night. And I'm not sure who wrote that. I'm pretty sure it was on that side of the table because I didn't understand what being a parent was at the time. I didn't have kids, and so it was all the stuff that we were writing, like I'd heard of, and he was telling me about it, but your life kind of changes when you have a kid, and your life becomes about that kid for a little while, and everything else kind of goes by the wayside. So even a little bit of affection can be hard to come by. So back into the chorus, same chorus. Oh, and I can't wait into the bridge. Oh, and I can't wait until that boy grows up. I'll teach him how to throw a hook and drive my truck. And I left the hook line ambiguous intentionally because I am a fisherman. My father was a fisherman. He taught me how to throw a hook or how to cast a hook. But I also really love boxing and mixed martial arts, and a hook is a very integral part of that sport. And so I wanted to be ambiguous there because I can teach him how to throw a hook or teach him how to throw a hook and drive my truck. And especially here in the South, this is just a very common like thing. Dads have trucks. It's real similar in Hispanic cultures too. My uncle Joe had a big old dually. My uncle Ralph he was a roofer, and he drove this old 60s Chevy truck to work. And so like part of growing up and teaching things to your kids is like showing them on your stuff. I'd show them. I remember getting up in my dad's lap and learning how to drive when I was really way before I was ready to. Back in when the laws weren't so ridiculous and you could just have a 2-year-old in the front seat. Anyway, I digress. I'll coach his little league, his football teams, anything he wants to do. And I am not a sportsman. I'm not a football guy. I'm not a soccer guy. I'm not a baseball guy. I have played those sports as a kid, and I could play those sports for fun, but I'm not coaching anybody. I can coach mixed martial arts. I can coach jiu-jitsu. I can't coach how to throw a baseball. I'm not. That's not a skill set that I own. But Justin does. And Justin is a big football guy and a big baseball guy. And he did help coach them in their little league and their football team and all of it. Dude, like, if I was a kid, I'd want a dad like Justin. Real talk. He's a good dad. And this song is just the hopes that we will be good to our kids, because I didn't have a great dad. Justin had a pretty good dad. His dad's awesome. I've met him. But I didn't have a great dad, and I didn't have a great relationship with my dad. And so the only thing I ever want is to not screw up my kids the way my dad screwed me up, right? And most importantly, how to find a girl like you. I don't know about you, like, you get taught as a young man how to talk to people by your parents and your father figures in life and those types of things, right? Like my uncle taught me how to talk to girls and all that. And that's kind of the thing. You get a mentor. And I remember my dad always telling me, like, he never taught me how to like flirt or anything, but he was always just like, when you find her, be respectful, and like how to be towards the person that you love. And that was always something great that I thought that I was like, oh, I should have taken your own advice, huh, Dick? Anyway, besides the point. I'm over it. I've years of therapy. I don't feel any type of way about it anymore. Can you tell? Anyway. Into the last chorus. And I love shifting choruses. I love changing choruses. Don't ask me why. I can barely remember half of my own lyrics. I have to carry a stupid phone with me so I can remember my own lyrics. But I do love shifting narratives in a song and changing up the choruses just a little bit differently, so you got to listen a little harder. This last chorus obviously changes because it's talking about him finding somebody else, someone who'll fall hard the first time they meet him. And they'll say her eyes lit up the room, and there won't be no denying that he wants to love her too. She'd rather hold him in her arms and say goodbye, the same way that I felt when your lips touched mine. Because, girl, he's got your eyes. And you know, it's one of the many reasons why I chose this song, because it's a special song. It's a good song. It not only is it a good song, and it's catchy and all those things that I think give it some sort of appeal, it's also a loving tribute from a dad to his kid and his missus. And that's beautiful. Now, if you think you could have put a better line in, or if you're writing your own stuff, or you hate what I did, like what I did, you want to send me a death threat or something, shoot it in the comments. Let me know. How's it going, folks? I ain't scared. I take that back. I am scared. Don't threaten me. Please don't threaten me. I'm a pansy. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things. Peace.